Okay, welcome. We are so excited that you are joining us this evening for the Minnesota Association of College Admission Counseling Fair. Thank you so much for joining us, and we have some great institutions that you're going to be hearing from. Before we get to that, just a couple of quick housekeeping items. You have the ability to ask questions of any of our schools joining us, and so please do that. One piece of advice is to direct those questions specifically to the institution or institutions you're wanting to hear from. That way you don't get 6 answers, some of which might be from schools that you're not interested in. Your camera and microphone are off, and so we cannot see or hear you, so the Q&A function is definitely the best way to communicate with us. There will be additional sessions happening right after this over the next hour, and then there will be more sessions happening tomorrow, so please sign up for those. And just as a reminder, you should have seen this upon registration, but we will be recording this session so that you have access to that as well as any other session, and you will be able to see that within about a week or so through strivescan.com/Minnesota. So that is it for me at this point. We are going to turn it over to our first institution, and that is Augustana University.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to be sharing my screen. Just bear with me for a second. All right. Technology is not my best friend. All right, so hello everyone. I'm Wendy Mamer, the Assistant Director of Admission here at Augustana University, and I'm super excited to have this opportunity to present to you today. So Augustana is a private liberal arts school. We are located in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sioux Falls and the surrounding communities is home to over 250,000 people, and Augustana University is the largest college in this city. And so what that means is that our students have a plethora of opportunities for undergraduate jobs relevant to their career interests, as well as internship opportunities and job opportunities following graduation. So 99%, sorry, my slide isn't working. Okay, there we go. 99% of our students have some type of experiential learning opportunity, meaning that they gain experience outside of the classroom. And that is in large part due to the opportunities that we have within the city of Sioux Falls and the surrounding communities. Our campus has over 100 clubs and organizations to join, but Sioux Falls also has some wonderful entertainment opportunities that our students really love to get involved in. And so, yeah, Sioux Falls has just provided a great foundation for our students to springboard off of after graduation. Augustana is home to 1,800 undergraduate students, and that means our average class size is about 21 students, and our student to faculty ratio is 12:1. So that means that Augustana has an incredibly individualized learning environment. Professors will know your name, your passions, and your future goals. We have really high acceptance rates into graduate school and medical school, as well as job placement rates following graduation. And I think that is in large part due to our professors and their willingness to get to know you and to get to know your goals and to really help you figure out what you need to do in order to reach them. Our professors will get to know you in your classroom, but they'll also care deeply about your success outside of the classroom as well and after graduation. Our biggest classes are often our entry-level biology and chemistry classes. That can be about 70 to 75 students, but that's relatively small compared to some other universities. And so if that small individualized learning environment is what you're looking for, Augustana definitely provides that. I am really struggling with technology. Okay, so to dive a little bit into what our application and financial aid process looks like. At Augustana, our application is always free online. So that's certainly a good thing to hear, especially when you're applying to a lot of different schools, that cost can add up. So our application is always free. And our application for admission is also your application for scholarship. So we really encourage students to take their time when filling out their application and filling it out as completely as possible. So writing down any volunteer experiences you've had, as well as any participation in clubs and organizations you've had within your high school, just really taking that time to fill it out as complete as possible. We encourage students to apply sooner rather than later, just so you don't miss out on any potential scholarship opportunities that would arise, just because, like I said, our application is also an application for scholarship. We have our own application on our website, and we are also part of the Common Application. So say you're looking to apply to a handful of different schools, the Common Application is a great way to go, and we are part of that. There are two different types of applications at Augustana. One requires a test score and one does not. Both do require a high school transcript though. If you do choose to submit a test score, then all that's left is to submit your transcript as well as completing the application, and then you are good to go. An essay and letters of recommendation are optional. They're not required. So they don't necessarily hurt or help your application. It just helps us get to know you a little bit better. So if you're caught up on that aspect of the application, we just encourage you to submit it without it. If you're not wanting to submit a test score, but do have a GPA above a 3.5, then all you would need to do is complete the application and send us your transcript and you're good to go. If you have a GPA below a 3.5 and are not wanting to submit a test score, then you would need to complete a few short essay responses. And like I said, our application for admission is also your application for scholarship as well. And here, as you can see, is our scholarship chart. So our scholarships are dependent on either your GPA or your ACT, whichever one would award you more scholarship money. And some additional scholarships that we have to offer are our performing and visual arts scholarships. They range anywhere from $1,000 to $8,000 per year. We also do have our Journey Scholars program, and that is a program for our students of color. And so that has mentorship opportunities as well as scholarship opportunities too. And then our church scholarship match, what that is that if you receive any type of money from a church, it doesn't matter what denomination, Augustana will match up to $500 per year for that. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me and I'm always happy to help. Scholarships outside of your merit-based aid scholarships would just stack on top. And then I should also add, we are Division II. So for athletics, you would work with your coach and see if you could receive any athletic scholarship as well. So that opportunity is also there. But if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message and I'm more than happy to help. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much to Augustana University. We are going to keep moving right along with our presentations, but just a quick reminder to students, please feel free to send in any questions that you have using the Q&A feature in Zoom. We are now going to hear from Maryville University of St. Louis.
I appreciate it. Thanks, James. Let me pull up my PowerPoint really quickly. All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. My name is Travis Batalk. I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions at Maryville University. I'm just here to give you a little more information about us. All right, so at a glance, we are located, we're a small private university located in Town and Country, Missouri, just 20 minutes out of downtown St. Louis. Out of our 11,000 students enrolled, just under 3,000 are going to be our undergraduate students on campus. And diversity and inclusion is one of our core values, very important to us. We like to share that we do have a student from each state, as well as 58 other countries. There's just a few facts on this. We offer about degree programs, 22 different Division II teams of athletics, about 150 different clubs and organizations. And our student to faculty ratio is going to be 14:1. So our classes are going to be very small, more intimate. It's going to be more of you engaging in discussion with your classmates or professors and being more collaborative in class. Just to highlight a few of our top academic programs. We're mostly known for our health professionals programs because they are a freshman entry program, but we also have a few other majors that a lot of students are very interested in. So just to kind of highlight the nursing program and physical therapy program, again, they are freshman entry. So once you're accepted into the program, you are in the program. No separate applications, no separate tests like graduate tests you have to submit, and you're in. So the nursing program is going to be 4 years. Our physical therapy program is a direct entry 6.5-year program. So after your 4th year of your undergraduate work is complete, you're directly admitted into those 2.5 years for your graduate portion. Again, no application, no graduate test or anything like that. And the same thing goes for the occupational therapy program as well as the speech language and pathology program. We also have a rolling sport business management program, which is a very fun program. Our students that work in this program get to experience working with professional teams here in St. Louis. So they'll work with the St. Louis Cardinals, sometimes even the Blues, as well as they'll work with the rolling sport business management, just to kind of get the background of how everything works in that field. Cybersecurity is also very popular. It's up and coming. Students can choose to either specialize in either the offensive, defensive, or just a general track of cybersecurity. And then this upcoming August is going to be computer science, which is going to be brand new added to Maryville. It's going to be our first time having it. Students can choose choose between these 5 different specialists in order to kind of obtain the degree. And again, we do have about 90+ degree programs, so there should be something that kind of piques your interest. This is something that I feel separates us out from other universities. We have what we call an active learning ecosystem. Within this, we are an Apple distinguished school, one of the few in the nation. But this allows us to give all of our traditional full-time undergraduate students an iPad and an Apple Pencil. It is completely free of charge, and it is yours to keep. We load it with everything you need in terms of your textbooks can be on there, all your note-taking apps. You can submit your homework through your iPad. Our learning software is Canvas, so you use that to do all your work as well, and we can load it with all your email communication. We preload it with about 200+ apps to make sure that everything you need is going to be at your fingertips. So this really is a great resource for students. And again, I'm going to repeat, it is completely free. There's no charge for this iPad and Apple Pencil. We also have life coaches. All incoming freshmen are assigned a life coach. And they can help you through these 3 main areas. One being academic, where they will help you register for your classes for your first 2 years, kind of help you with your time management, setting you up with peer tutors if you need them, but they can also help you develop professionally and personally, whether that be building your resume and your cover letter, any type of campus involvement, even holding mock interviews for you so that you have that experience under your belt by the time you get to that time in your life. This is something I want to showcase just a little bit about our career success rate. Right now, we're sitting around that 97%, which is 16% higher than the national average, and it is broken down by schools at the bottom. Again, we are very proud of that, all of our schools being above 90%. We owe a lot of this success to our life coaches and our professors. They are truly amazing at what they do, and we really are student-centered. So we're going to make sure that you are successful in your classes as well as your internships and volunteer work. But we also owe a lot of the success to our professional partnerships. Depending on which program you're in, pretty much all of our programs will have some type of professional partnership that you'll go out into the field, get that experience. So again, you're going to get that experience early on so that when you get to graduate, you already have that experience ready for you, and your employers will kind of see that on your resumes. So really quickly, just kind of go about the journey to becoming a Saint. It is very simple. Our application is free online at maryville.edu/apply, as well as it is free through the Common App or the Coalition app. As long as those other universities are members of the Common App Coalition app, again, you fill out one application. That one application goes out to all of those different universities, so it saves quite a bit of time. We are also test optional, so we don't require students to send in any test scores, but we do a holistic review when we review your application. So we will look at everything you submit, from your application to your high school transcripts. If you do submit test scores, we'll look at them, your letters of rec, and always make sure to add any extracurricular activities that you've done on your application, just so that we know you kind of are well-versed as a student. Last but not least, we're just kind of going to go over your Maryville investment. We actually froze tuition for the past 5 years, which is great news. And we actually just lowered it this year. So you can kind of see the difference between last year and this year. Also, our university president has said tuition probably won't ever go up again, but it may continue to go down. So that's really just all good news right there. So on the right side, you'll see the change in tuition and that total cost. But again, we also offer scholarships. We have both automatic and competitive scholarships that students are eligible for. Our highest automatic scholarship is going to be $14,000 annually, and it is renewable. And our highest competitive scholarship is essentially going to be a full ride, so full tuition, room, and board, and that's our presidential scholarship. If you want a little more information, you can go to maryville.edu/scholarships. The last thing I want to say is that we are offering in-person visits as well as a bunch of virtual experiences for people. Our in-person visits are Monday through Saturday. And then our virtual experiences, we usually have them on Wednesdays like tonight. And then our Maryville Live webcast is going to be student run. So we have a lot of fun events coming up with our current students. So you have the chance to talk with them. And then our Saint Sneak Peek are just going to be different topics about the application process, admissions, going over different programs, and also kind of including your financial aid. And all that information, again, is going to be at maryville.edu/visit. That is everything I have for you guys. So thank you guys again for joining. Go Saints.
Fantastic. Thank you to Maryville University of St. Louis. And students, again, please utilize the Q&A feature so that we can get all of your questions answered this evening. We are now going to hear from Northwest Technical College.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Tia Miles, and I am an admissions representative at Northwest Technical College in Bemidji, Minnesota. So, as you'll see throughout the different presentations tonight, schools will focus on different things. These are the 4 main spheres that we like to focus on when we're talking about NTC. They are campus size, our beautiful location in northern Minnesota, the hands-on skills you learn in the program, as well as the speed of those programs, the great value, and partnership with Bemidji State University. Start out here, we have our comfortable campus size. We're about 1,100 students on campus between our on-campus, online, and blended classes. About half of those students are traditionally on campus and half are online. Right now, because of COVID, we do have a few more online students, but we're hoping to bring back classes completely online in the fall. Along with that comfortable campus size are our small class sizes. We're a 15:1 student to faculty ratio. The largest class at NTC is 32 students, and the smallest class is 6. So you will have most of your classes within that range. Up next here is our location. We are located in beautiful northern Minnesota with all the outdoor opportunities that entails. We're just a couple blocks away from Lake Bemidji and the miles of biking and hiking trails, just a couple of miles from Lake Bemidji State Park, and some great access to skiing trails, camping, and more. Bemidji itself is 15,000 people, but we are a regional hub for a population of over 60,000. So what this means for you is that you get the amenities of a much larger city while still getting that small town feel. Our community supports our students on both campuses in Bemidji and really promotes education. If you see where the star and the red X is, that is where we are located, right on the south end of Lake Bemidji. So being a technical college, our programs are all specifically tied to career fields. A big part of this are the hands-on skills that you learn in these programs. And labs are how you learn these skills. This picture is a great example of a student in a lab setting. This would be one of our former dental assisting students, and she's learning how to take x-rays. On average, students spend 4 hours in lab for every 1 hour there in lecture. So that means you're really getting the opportunity to get those skills, practice them, and feel comfortable with them before you go out into the workforce. Speed of completion is another big thing for us at Northwest Technical College. Our programs can be completed in anywhere from 1 to 3 years. We offer credentials on the certificate, diploma, and associate degree levels. Being a technical college, we don't offer your traditional AA or generalist type degree, but we do have a number of different programs in AS pathways that would allow you to transfer on to a 4-year university. Great value. Cost is the 4-letter word of higher education. We all want to know, how much is it going to cost me to go to college? Well, NTC is a great value. We are just below $200 per credit, which puts us at the low end for any of the schools within the state of Minnesota. So you're getting a great value with high quality education. faculty who have worked in their fields for many years and now have come to teach at NTC, all with that great price point. We have an amazing, unique partnership with Bemidji State University. So they're just around the corner of the lake from us, and you have a number of different perks that are available to you as an NTC student through this partnership. First is the option to live on campus and utilize meal plans. So you can live in the residence halls and even in their apartment style student housing and access meal plans to their dining center and other on-campus eating facilities. And we do even have a cafe on campus at NTC. You also have access to the Gillette Wellness Center or the Rec Center, rock climbing, fitness equipment, indoor track, lots of fun things to do there. Access to intramural sports teams, so teams of students who compete against other teams of students, and student level game passes. So we are Division II for everything except for men's hockey. And while we're not official Beavers at NTC, we do love to cheer on the Bemidji State Beavers and take advantage of the free game passes to everything except for men's hockey, and those are $5 a ticket. Lastly, here we have access to our Student Health and Counseling Center. So your traditional clinic type setting, along with mental health counseling that can be accessed on both campuses. So a couple of reasons here why tech ed is a great option for you. Flexibility, live and work where you want to. In demand, we are near or at 100% placement rate for all of our programs at NTC. And options, training can lead to other degrees, stackable degrees, different career choices. The options are endless. So these are a quick overview of our 6 main career pathways. Within these pathways, we have 21 fields of study. If you have more questions about those, just let me know. So here's a quick recap. Oh, quick recap again. Well, my last slide was supposed to be my contact information, but please feel free to reach out if you have any more questions. So thank you.
Thank you so much to Northwest Technical College. And just as a reminder to our reps, you are more than welcome to put your contact information in the chat for everybody to view if you would like to do that also. And also for our students joining us, please utilize the Q&A. It looks like a couple of you have done that, which is fantastic. Please continue to do so if there are any questions that our institutions can help answer for you. We are now going to hear from St. Olaf College.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that intro. Hi, everyone, students, parents. My name is Jordan Castillo. I am an assistant dean of admission at St. Olaf, and I'm really excited to share with you all about what we offer our students. So let me get started. All right, present. Beautiful. We're all here. So welcome to St. Olaf College. Let's pretend we're on campus. My job in the next 5-6 minutes is just to give you a picture of what we offer, what makes us distinct, who we are. So just zooming out, St. Olaf is a small liberal arts college with an intentionally sized community of about 3,000 students. And we're located about 45 minutes south of the Twin Cities. And students love our location because they benefit from 3 different communities. So we have the Twin Cities, and then we have Northfield, where we're located, and the campus community. So just to paint each of those kind of briefly, why those locations are so important. So being close to the Twin Cities metro area means you have access to professional social opportunities like, of course, big sporting and music events, going to the Mall of America, and several alumni in the area who also love offering students internship and job opportunities. And then if you go 45 minutes south of the cities, you hit Northfield, where we're located. So this is it. We're in a small college town with about 5,000 college students total, 2,000 of which are at our neighboring institution, Carleton. And there are a lot of fun local traditions in our cute downtown area as well. So that's kind of what it looks like in Northfield. And then going up the hill, literally up on a hill, is our campus. So our campus community is contained here. You can see kind of a good picture of it. And this location gives our community a very intentional feel. So because pretty much everyone you see on campus is a member of the community. So whether they're a professor or a staff member or a student, we definitely have the kind of campus where there's always something going on, and students spend the vast majority of their time on campus during the weekends. So just kind of want to illustrate that community feel, which is so important for St. Olaf. So I'm going to talk about why students would want to pick St. Olaf, what kind of sets us apart, right? So as a rigorous liberal arts college, we believe that a liberal arts education prepares students to lead really successful and purposeful lives. So you're not only prepared for a job, but what we call a vocation. So a purposeful career, something that gives you life, is fulfilling for the rest of your life. And there are a lot of liberal arts colleges in the area, you know, in this session even. And I want to hit on some things that distinguish us. So first, we have a lot of choices of topics to study. We have over 85 majors, concentrations, and pre-professional tracks. So just to give you an idea of some top majors, for example, they include biology, economics, music, art, and exercise science. So that is a whole variety. And this also reflects the diversity of academic interests you'll find at a lot of liberal arts colleges. So in addition to having tons of choices for what you want to study, right? One piece that makes us stand apart is also our commitment to global education. So a huge part of our experience at St. Olaf is study abroad. Raise your hand if you have wanted to or thought about studying abroad in college. Good. I hope I got some of you to raise your hands. Well, one thing that you'll want to remember about us is that we're ranked #1 in the number of students who study abroad out of all the colleges in the nation. So definitely something that we're known for. We have over 100 programs, and a lot of our programs are specifically designed for St. Olaf by St. Olaf faculty. And those faculty will go with you on your experience, whether it's a semester long, just a month long. About three-quarters of our students study abroad at some point. Many times they go abroad more than once. So they love the global experience and they bring that back to campus, which makes our campus community so interesting, both in the classroom with those discussions and also just sharing about what people have experienced outside of this country. So one other thing that sets us apart, briefly I'll mention, is our fine arts programs. So we're one of the few colleges in the country to be accredited in all the fine arts. So theater, dance, art, music. So friends, if you are someone who wants to, you love music and you also want to be involved in like research on campus or a STEM major or something like that, we have a lot of opportunities to do that. So liberal arts plus music, we're one of the best colleges to offer those opportunities. When it comes to our overall campus experience, we emphasize something called meaningful connection. So starting with residence life, we're a highly residential campus, so most students live on campus. And a lot of students want academics to be a big part of their experience, but they also want to be involved in activities and have a social life. So they go for that balance, and living on campus makes that really possible. So living on campus, you're like 10 minutes walk from pretty much everything, whether it's food, friends, fun, your classes, all of that. We have over 200 organizations, as you can see. Not going to list them all tonight, but there's everything from like political organizations to groups like finance clubs, activist clubs. One of my personal favorites, Harry Potter Quidditch Club. So all sorts of things. And about 75% of our students participate in intramural sports, as you can see here. It just makes it so easy to create deep connections with students across many of our activities. So as you've seen from this slide, hopefully you can tell community is very big. We emphasize that it's very, very easy to build deep community at a school like St. Olaf. So I'll briefly go over this slide. This is just a summary of how admissions works, different deadlines. One big takeaway from this is our promise to meet 100% of your need, which means that if you are admitted to St. Olaf, we promise you'll be able to afford our education. And we also are one of the few schools who meets full need and offers merit scholarships. So merit scholarships are for academics usually. And if you're a very high achiever, we can offer you a merit scholarship as well. So want to make sure we're definitely an affordable institution for all students. And to wrap up, let's talk about what happens after St. Olaf. So students, raise your hand if you want a job after college. Raise your hand if you want to go to graduate school after college. Cool. Well, parents, students, I have great news for you because we do an awesome job of connecting students with meaningful opportunities after they graduate, as you can see here. That's partly because of our awesome academic programs, like so many resources, professors who are teaching 100% of our classes if they're not taught by resident or teaching assistants. So we have our academic programs. We also have our career center, which not only equips students with lots of funding and resources for research and internships, but also provides one-on-one career coaching with students who just want to find that meaningful career and helps them every step of the way throughout college. So a lot of resources are invested into that career center because we see that it's such an important part of the college experience. So there's obviously a lot more we could all share about our schools, but I'm going to wrap it up there and hopefully leave you wanting more. If you're interested in learning more about St. Olaf, if it feels like it's a good fit, please reach out. Always happy to talk. And you can look at this information here. Also type in St. Olaf College, Jordan Castillo, and you'll find my information there as well. So thank you.
Great. Thank you to St. Olaf College. And we now have two institutions remaining. So just as another reminder, students, please send us in any questions that you have so that we can best assist you with those. And moving right along, we are now going to hear from the University of South Dakota.
Hi there. Well, welcome. My name is Chad, and I'm one of the admissions counselors. And thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to the Yo Nation. That's how we address ourselves. So I'm here to share with you a little bit more about the University of South Dakota. So we do have about 10,000 or 9,900 students who call USD home. And our average class size is only 26, with our 15:1 student to faculty ratio. What that translates to is incredible accessibility between you and the professors. You really get to know them intimately. And we are just located in the southeast of South Dakota, Vermillion, South Dakota. Counting from Minneapolis, we're looking at about 4.5 hours to 5 hours, depending on how you drive, right? And we are the flagship university in the state of South Dakota, being the very first one to be established in 1862. And we are the only one in the state public university that offers and features liberal arts education. Now, we do have quite a few academic selections for you, including the School of Arts and Sciences, which is the most populous, featuring the brand new artificial intelligence major, and psychology and medical biology happen to be two of the most popular, medical biology being the one for students that are interested in medical school. We also have our School of Education, featuring 24 partner districts for your student teaching, and School of Health Sciences, including the amazing nursing program where 97% of our students pass the NCLEX exam upon first try, thereby allowing you to obtain close to 100% job placement rate before you graduate from our nursing program. And of course, the only law school and medical school in the state of South Dakota. And overall, we have 202 major, minors, and certificate programs for you to choose from, including 78 graduate degree programs. We also have quite a few feature programs for you to consider. In this case, let's talk a little bit about hands-on opportunities, incredible research opportunities to showcase your talents and research acumen. Either in the school, in the area of science or maybe political science. We also have a tremendous amount of funding available for our students. And most importantly, we have a wonderful hub, career hub called Coyote Careers to help you network and identify suitable internship and job opportunities. In terms of a student life, we strongly encourage our students to be involved to hone your leadership and communication skills. Currently, close to 180 different student organizations for you to tap into. We also feature the most vibrant Greek life in the state of South Dakota. So with that, we do have plenty of other options for you to consider. And if you happen to find USD intriguing, I certainly encourage you to check out our application process, which we've kept it very straightforward. We just need to have, you just need to complete either your Common App application or alternative application. Submit $20 application fee and your current transcript. We are also test flexible, and currently our default scholarship evaluation does need your ACT or SAT result, which I'll talk about momentarily. And we don't require recommendation letters or personal bio. Annually, we do give out tremendous amount of scholarships for our thousands of students. In this case, as soon as I receive your application, I will automatically evaluate you for scholarship ranging between $1,000 to $3,500, as long as you have at least a 2.8 GPA plus 24 ACT or 1,100 on your SAT. We also have talent-based scholarships available for you. Let's talk about money here. Now, USD is very, very affordable. As a resident of Minnesota, we do feature our reciprocal tuition. As you can see, in-state and Minnesota students really just a simple $360 cost differential, making USD one of the most, if not the most affordable in this region. And we strongly encourage you to check out our beautiful campus and meet with our faculty and staff. We can also accomplish that virtually. Here's the link and the QR code. We just strongly encourage you to stay in touch with me and definitely know the deadlines. I will accept and honor your highest test scores and results all the way clear up to August to give you the most fair evaluation for your scholarship opportunities. So here's my contact information. Please feel free to reach out to me via my cell phone anytime. I really appreciate your time today and look forward to connecting with y'all. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much to the University of South Dakota for their time. And last but certainly not least, we are now going to have our last presentation, and that is going to be from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse.
Yeah, can you hear me? All right, we're perfect. So good evening, everyone. My name is Nicholas Gordon. I'm one of the new freshman admissions counselors here at UWLa Crosse. I guess it could be good morning whenever you're watching this, but as I said, Nicholas Gordon, new freshman admissions counselor. That just really means that for most of my job, I work with high school students. Today, I'm here to talk to you about the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. You can kind of see my slide here, but basically UW-La Crosse, let's start with that, right? We're in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Where is that? We're in La Crosse, Wisconsin, right on the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota. From campus, we can technically be in Minnesota in about 5 minutes. It's just a drive downtown across the Cass Street Bridge, and boom, we're in Minnesota. Just a little bit about the city. It's a very beautiful area. You can kind of see some pictures here taken from our Grandad Bluff, which is the highest point in the city of La Crosse. The highest point in the city of La Crosse. Anything that you want to do outside, you can probably find it here in La Crosse. It's a very beautiful area because of those bluffs, which are just really big hills. You can go hiking, biking. There's downhill skiing at Mount La Crosse, which is where the state ski and snowboarding championships has been held for the past few years. You can go cross country skiing. We're right on the Mississippi River as well. So you can go fishing, or in the wintertime, ice fishing, if that's something that you're interested in. Lots of great opportunities for students to participate in the great outdoors, right? So just some information about UWL as an institution. We're a mid-sized university. So that does mean that, we think of ourselves as right between that much larger university and that much smaller university. We think we're the perfect size. So you can get that, you can be on campus and see someone every day that you recognize, while also being on campus and walking around and seeing a new person every day. We have just over 10,500 total students, with more than 90% of our students being undergraduate students. So students who are looking to get that very first bachelor's degree. That's what I assume a lot of the students watching this, you're looking to get that very first bachelor's degree. We have over 120 total programs. So we have a lot of different things to choose from, right? So even if you're not quite sure what it is that you're interested in, you may be undecided, or you have an idea what you're interested in, we have a lot of different programs to choose from. And, we have 101 undergraduate programs. So those bachelor's degrees, whether it be majors, minors, areas of interest, different concentrations. We have 30 graduate level programs, so between master's degrees and 2 doctoral programs. So yeah, lots of different options. Some of our most popular programs include different things like biology, which is our most popular program. UWL is very well known for our College of Science and Health, so lots of different options there. But we also have other popular programs such as psychology, or some of our business programs, education, which was one of our first programs when we first opened in 1909, health professions. And then we do also have different unique programs on our campus, like that some programs that a lot of other schools probably don't have, you may be interested in. For example, archaeology, very highly ranked archaeology program here at UWLa Crosse, radiation therapy, recreation management, different things like nuclear medicine technology and clinical lab science, and many more things there. We have elite graduate programs. So if you're interested in getting a master's degree or going to graduate school, we have some great programs like occupational therapy, or OT. You can see them listed here. Physician's assistant is another program that we also have, athletic training, and we also have a doctorate in physical therapy. So one of the top ranking schools in the Midwest in physical therapy. So that is something that you're interested in. Lots of great options here at UWLa Crosse. Now, our retention rate, which means, students that go from their freshman year to their sophomore year, is 86%, which is well above the national average here at UWLa Crosse. And a lot of that is down to our wonderful student services that we have here. We have a lot of great people on our campus to help our students to be successful. We have a 19-to-1 student faculty ratio with an average class size of 28. So lots of great things here happening on our campus. Even as a first-year student, you may be in an English speech class with anywhere from 15 to 18 students in that classroom. So you'll get that hands-on experience, that one-to-one connection with your professors, because the research does show that students that connect with their professors graduate at much higher rates. Now, the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse was a top-ranked comprehensive university in the UW system for 19 years in a row by US News and World Report. So 19 years in a row, we've been ranked in the top 100 best value schools in the nation as well. So not just in the Midwest or in Wisconsin, but in the nation. And then I also want to point out that, as I said, we're right on the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota, so pretty close. Most of our students are from Wisconsin, but our next most populous state is Minnesota. We do get a lot of students from Minnesota, and pretty important to point out is that, we do have tuition reciprocity with Minnesota, which means that, basically when you fill out a form, Minnesota residents pay basically Wisconsin in-state tuition, and the total cost per year, the total cost, which includes your tuition, your room, and your meals, is $16,176. So that's including your tuition, including your meals, including your room on our campus. $16,176. That includes 12 to 18 semester credits. So that also includes your textbooks on our campus. That includes access to the health center, our rec center, which is newly renovated. Lots of different things, lots of great things that's included in that for sure. I definitely encourage students to, check us out, come and take a look at UWLa Crosse. We have in-person visits as well as virtual visits available. And if you do have any additional questions, feel free to contact me, and my contact information is here. Definitely encourage students to apply. We're still accepting applications right now. Thank you. And hopefully you learned a lot about different schools today. Hopefully you learned a lot about UWLa Crosse. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And again, sorry to cut you off there, Nicholas. Please
No
feel
worries.
free to add in your contact information in the chat, just kind of as we're wrapping up. But just before we dismiss, just wanted to give a couple of quick housekeeping things. First of all, thank you so much to all 6 of our colleges and universities for joining us and sharing some wonderful information about their institution. Students, as you exit this college fair, you are going to be given access to a very brief survey. Please fill that out, as it is going to let StriveScan know how they did this evening. And as we want to continue improving these fairs, your feedback is very valuable within that process. Excuse me, let me go into this slide so you sort of have all this right in front of you. We are offering one more block of sessions tonight, and then also tomorrow you will be able to sign up for additional sessions as well. So please feel free to do that. You can do so by visiting strivescan.com/Minnesota. And also, this will be the website you can go to in order to access recordings of these sessions. So if there were some institutions you weren't able to hear from today, or some you want to hear from tomorrow, you can absolutely do that. So again, thank you so much to our 6 participants, and thank you to students, parents, friends, advocates for joining us. This is truly a great way to share information and spread awareness of some wonderful education opportunities. So thank you again, and everybody have a great evening. Bye-bye.